happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my god. I'm done with life! I'm done!
Wait, crayons? Don't talk about crayons. Crayons? Crayons? Hey, are you independent? Do you not need no man? That's fine. You can always call 1-800 Call a Bear. Call a bear. Hook up with your bear today. Warning, this content creator will not be held responsible if you get eaten alive by that bear.
Lowered expectations.
It's the word salad blue. No matter who, it's the word salad blue. No matter who, it's the word salad blue. It's the word salad blue. Listen, listen. If you don't like me, you can always call the bear. Call and tell him, come on, come get his meal. Come on, come on, come on. You can always call the bear. Call him. Wait a minute. But you can't use my phone. Warning. This content creator will not be held responsible if you get eaten alive by that bear. Also, no real bears were harmed during the production of this video.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
You can always call the bear. Call him, tell him, come on, come get his meal. Come on, come on, come on. You can always call the bear. Wait a minute, but you can't use my phone. What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and welcome to the Colosseum. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. We have a fun and packed show for you tonight, and we're going to start out with a little presentation here. Here's a little slideshow of what the show is going to be about tonight. Well, as you can see at the title, the shutdown is over. Now what? Now, we as black men need to keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. We still have to build our own future. Don't give up. Make it happen. Let people think what they think. Don't wait on people or family to make it happen. Oh, and always remember, They're going to blame you anyway. Guilt, shame, and the need to be right. And don't forget, it's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done. I'm not done yet, but still. So, one of the things we're going to be talking about today, as I said in the title, the shutdown is over. So, naturally, the boule snob, the butthurt boule snobs with lettuce and tomato on the side, have something to say about it. And we're going to be going over that. Also, Michelle Obama says America was not ready for a female president. Wow. She says that as if Kamala Harris was qualified or fit to be president. We'll talk about that. In other news, Donald Trump is trying, Democrats are trying to accuse Donald Trump of being linked with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, what else is new? Epstein was linked with a whole bunch of people at the top. Democrats act like their hands are clean. So, yeah. But without further ado, I will invite you guys up and we can get this show started. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. And don't forget, you can always call the bear. Don't forget, if a chick doesn't want you, you can always remind them. They can always call the bear. Call him and tell him, come on, come get his meal. But nah. What's going on, Craig, tech guy? Mr. McRib was here. I have a taste for a McRib. I got a taste for a McRib, and that would hit the spot. Mr. McRib was here. I don't know. I have to check. I would have to check. But while I'm waiting for people to come up, I'll just go on and set up. Do I have my set up? Well, hold on. Who we got? We have the snowman in the building.
You ain't shit.
It's kind of better.
I love you dearly. I always will. But you ain't shit for that last one.
Well, I had to do something to ease the pain.
And you warned me too.
Yes, I did.
You warned me too, and I still laughed for a half hour. You bitch.
Well, in all honesty, I had to do something to ease the pain.
I mean, but you can't find a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest,
hold on, let me go.
What happened this week?
Mm-hmm.
I needed that laugh.
Yeah, I needed to ease the pain. Remember the funeral I went to last week?
Yes, sir.
His older brother got killed on Tuesday.
Fuck. Come on.
And I babysitted him too.
Come on.
That's exactly what I said. I found out right after I got off of treatment too. I happened to look at his father's page and their father's page, and they had a GoFundMe up for him. I was like, "Oh, come on!"
Exactly. What the fuck, man?
I had to do a double take. I was like, "Wait a minute, they talking about Cantrell or Kenny?" I'm like, "Oh, come on!" Oh, I just said his name, damn it! But I'm like, "Oh, come on!" I just went the. It's an ongoing investigation, though, so I don't know what I don't have the details.
There better not be any foul play in this.
Yeah, it looks that way. They found him somewhere, and he died at the hospital.
Damn.
But yeah.
And I thought the end of my week was foul.
You find what computer you want to get yet?
Huh?
You have any idea what kind of computer you want to get yet?
I do.
I would recommend the way software is going now. I would not get a computer under 32 gigabytes of RAM.
That's what I need. Both ways, laptop and desktop. I just need to
The official number 16. I'd say 32 at least.
I need 32.
Especially with the way AI works, 32 at least.
With all the streaming that I do, I gotta get. You know that school I was covering, Indiana University, Columbus. They
Yes.
pulled the rug on. They pulled the rug from under me.
Damn.
They pulled the rug second time in 7 months because it happened with Columbus East, and now my last chance in Indiana, I think, with Indiana University, Columbus. They pulled the plug because they basically have no funding to pay me.
Damn. Hey, Art, I took a page out of your book. I've started took a page out of your book. Got these little slideshows going.
Yeah, I may be doing the fuck. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated.
Oh, I understand the feeling.
I'm frustrated. Plus, what I thought when someone sent me what I thought would be a donation turned out to be a dirty trick.
Oh. What, one of them Cash App things? Yeah, you gotta watch those. If it don't show up on
your, wasn't Cash App. I thought it was plain cash.
Oh.
Until someone looked at it for me. Now I'm in a mess. What happened? HF&H. As I just said a moment ago, Indiana University Columbus yanked the rug out from under me. And I had plans of tomorrow paying my phone bill and my internet bill later this week, which I thought someone had sent me a donation, and it turned out to be, bless you, it turned out to be a very cruel trick. Very cruel. So now I'm not going to have anything, at least for 3 days. So I had to pull all the streams until Friday down because I won't have internet and I won't have my phone. I had to pull them down, which included tonight. I had pulled Georgia, Texas down earlier tonight because I didn't want to do it because I was working on my business, taking a page out of my wife's book. And I wanted to take my wife to lunch tomorrow too. And I can't even do that. So yeah, I'm like 30,000 shades of piss the bloody fuck off. Why do people, you're in this boat, I can ask you this question. Why do people feel that they can take advantage of those of us who are disabled and trying to get by or do more than get by? Why is that?
Because they think we won't fight back. They think we won't take them to task. That's why, unfortunately.
Well, there's a couple people I'm going to take to task, but I'm going to do it privately. I won't do it here. I just know that the person who pulled the dirty trick on me, your comeuppance is on the way. And now I'm, like I said, I'm in a bigger hole than I am right now. I'm not going to have internet or my phone for 3 days.
Been there.
Oh, hell. Let me change that. It's going to be a week.
We'll see what happens.
I
put your Cash App in the chat. And you GoFundMe in the chat.
I'll put them both there. Horowitz, yes, it is. It just takes a little bit longer. The GoFundMe is still working. It just takes a lot longer. To process.
Oh yeah, with the government and everything, they don't.
It takes a few extra days. It takes a few extra days to process. I have a game to do tomorrow, and I got my daily show that I do, and I am just pissed off. I'm pissed off. I'm upset, and I'm full of tears right now. That's why when I came up, AB had me laughing, and I'm glad he did. And that second line right there, don't give up. After what I discovered, and after what happened this week, I nearly did. I nearly said fuck it and walked away. But I got a pretty lady that won't let me, and I'm glad she didn't. I got a pretty family. My daughter Sonia, my daughter Cheyenne, my son Dakota. They won't let me. But as we've talked about so often, there's only so much a black man can take.
Yeah.
And I'm beyond my point. Why do motherfuckers just purposely have to be cruel?
Unfortunately, it's the nature of some people.
Yeah.
And then people wonder why I keep to myself most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have a well, the one person I did have is a close friend, passed away earlier this year. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be here briefly because I want to stay tuned into working on my business so I can make this $1 billion a year, then tell everybody who was against us, and I include you in the us, to shove it.
Yeah. I was going to do TikTok later, but we're going to start off with TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's have a little fun. Speaking of TikTok, we got to talk. You know what we got to talk about, right? A couple days ago, I was actually accused of being on child support.
The fuck?
Believe me when I tell you, I wish I was joking about this. But
Wait. I missed this one. With everything that was going on with me, I missed this one. What?
I was actually accused of being on child support.
Who the fuck made that assumption? Wait a minute, it's an assumption. That explains that.
So this Elvis impersonator just got arrested for trying to
Yeah, we'll worry about that later. So if you don't believe me,
I have to see this.
About how y'all go over to the Middle East and become toilets.
Oh, I'm so hurt. Oh my gosh. That's my response to the video. But that was my response. Oh, I'm so hurt. But look, here's why I responded that way.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. We went to her channel. Wait just a second here. I know it's still up.
So y'all really think we getting them $2,000 checks? This man keep posting. And another thing, y'all screaming.
This ugly heifer?
This man.
Yep.
Now look
here it is.
I can tell that I have upset you to your soul. Okay.
No, not really. I was upset this week, but it wasn't because of you.
You still on here
is she
after
peeling off this week? What the hell is she peeling off?
Me making that video, calling you by your government name.
That's not my government name, but okay.
You still out here trying to come. Did it take you a week to come up with that lie that you told in your video? Your lie said, let's not talk about how y'all go over to the Middle East and become toilets.
There's no lie in
that. That was not a lie.
There's no lie.
I honestly wish I was lying about that, but that was not a lie at all.
There was no lie in that. What the hell?
Who? Black women ain't going to the Middle East, baby.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
And they're bragging about going to the Middle East. They're bragging about living in Dubai. You're wrong.
The Middle East don't even like us. They like us.
No, they probably don't, but you're still going over there. I don't even want to talk about that heifer that got stuck in Pakistan because she was catfishing.
Better than white women, but they don't like doing over there.
Actually, one of the reasons I haven't talked about her because I think she's mentally challenged, and anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's where y'all going. Remember, you need them women that you have to provide for. You know, the women who want to make sure that they only about the ones that's raised to be wives. Remember, that's over there. You talking about the wrong people. You also told me keep the passport bro's name out of your mouth. I understand it's
Yeah, I said what I said.
because you want them in yours. Okay, but listen, if you could see where I'm coming from, okay? Don't be in their business and ours at the same time. Be right here with me, okay?
I don't want to see you.
Hell no. No. And I repeat,
so angry?
Hell no to the no. How about that?
Why are you so angry? You know that what I said was the truth.
Pause. You're asking him why he's angry, which he's not. And if he is, it's a different purpose than what you're talking about. Why do you have such a wide gap in your teeth? I have an answer, but I won't say it here.
Well, okay.
But you still out here angry.
About what?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I'm confused. What am I angry about? What I'm supposed to be angry about?
I don't know. Wait, what did my wife and I joke about? What did my wife and I joke about? What's our common answer?
Why are you angry? After 5, listen, I've been sitting in your spirit for that long. I know I have because
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Now, class, believe it or not, this is a classic example of projection. Evidently, I've been sitting in her spirit for a little while.
You know, we come to terms with the reason why y'all comment and make videos about me. We've already come to the terms with that, but
no, you don't. No, we haven't.
I've been sitting on your brain for over 7 days.
No,
we haven't.
No, and it wasn't 7 days.
No.
Yeah, she made the video on Monday. It was not 7 days. She made this video on Friday. Stop it.
Video response to you 5 days ago. 5 days ago.
No, you didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, you didn't.
5 days ago.
Yeah, it was 5 days ago when she made the video.
Oh, okay. I retract.
You've made several videos since my last response to you. And
yeah, because you said some dumb shit.
And today you got on and said, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? It did hurt your feelings. You made another video lying.
Like you're doing now?
Well, ain't you on back child support?
See?
ain't you on back child support? Ain't they about to lock you up?
Pause. May I ask a forward question that I often ask on my morning show, sir?
Yeah.
Who told this lie?
She did.
Okay.
That's what the word on the street is.
You just went to the wrong people. I can tell you right now.
Is that you? Ain't paid your child support, but you out here worried about $40 pussy. You
for the record,
no.
For the record, your pussy isn't worth $40. No, I would not pay $40 for your pussy. I wouldn't pay a penny for your pussy, and they stopped making those. Oops.
Uh-huh.
I heard worried about pussy from where the pack. You ain't even.
Sweetheart, nobody is worrying about you like that. Stop it.
Got no passport.
I never denied I don't have a passport. Oops.
That's what word on the street is. You ain't took no flight.
I've never claimed to have a passport. Try again, ma'am.
From Dallas to Houston is what I heard.
I have been to Dallas and Houston, but I was visiting because I'm from Indiana. Oops.
Heard that you only know about Greyhound. But what I heard is that you ain't even been on Greyhound in a while. They told me that you ain't been nowhere. Baby, don't come for me. Don't come for me. You upset.
No, you're not.
I'm not even upset about her lying like this. I mean, this is kind of sad, really.
Yep.
I mean, you just pull that out of your ass as you go. I mean, seriously.
Pull that out the crack of your ass.
She just pulling that out the crack of your ass.
Out
And
the
I understand that you
your
upset
ass.
and that you had to find something that you thought was going to push a button. But baby, whenever the buttons can't be pushed, I'm
Apparently,
solid. You
pause.
can't make.
Apparently, the buttons have been pushed because you're making this hour-long lie, and I hope this is not an hour long. Dear God,
It's not an hour long. It's like it's about 3 minutes.
Make me mad. Not by
Stupid
talking about me,
bitch.
brother. I obviously made you mad. Look at you.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at you.
Look at you.
What are we gonna do?
You look
What are
worse
we
than
gonna-
Bronny
what
James
are
after he
we
missed the
gonna do?
shot, you dumb
Do you
bitch.
need to start a GoFundMe so you can get help paying that child support? Because I see you ain't got the funds to pay it. Good day. Now look here.
Do we really want? Does she really want me to respond to that? No.
Let's
Okay.
not talk about
Hold on, wait a minute.
Go
Let
on.
me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you why she's really pissed off.
All right.
Girl,
let's
I'm
see
glad I caught you before bed. DE that.
When I'm on top,
Hold
I
on.
don't give a
let's not talk about how y'all
Yeah, TikTok likes to do that sometimes. All right, let's see here. I think it's this one. This is the original video I responded to her about.
Mm-hmm.
So are we in kindergarten now? Is this WWE wrestling match? It take two of you hoes to come against me.
Wait a second.
You have to
She.
tag another bitch in.
Whoa. She. I won't say it. Go on.
Yep.
Go on. Go on.
Is that what y'all do now? You gotta go tell your big brother, so he'll come get the big bad lady for calling you a bitch ass nigga and for you jump.
Oh, by the way, shout out to 360 Smooth. I was just giving them reason to do some content. I was just giving some content. That's what I was doing.
Jumping in and saying, yeah, that's me. And while it's me, I'm gonna get my big brother to say something to you.
First of all, ma'am, this ain't no WWE match. This is a grown man talking to a grown female.
Yeah, female, not woman, female.
And setting the record straight. Now, despite what you said, I haven't been online talking about the people on food stamps like that.
Good.
Second off, I'm supposed to be intimidated because you called me a bitch ass nigga? Wow. You said that as if I give a shit. Oh, you don't want to be with me? You call this a WWE match? I don't even want to touch you like that. And I'm supposed to be intimidated because you said you don't want to be with me? There are 4 billion other women on the planet. What makes you so special? Oh, right. You're not special at all. And you need to get over yourself.
That ain't gonna happen.
You don't want to be with me? Fine. You can always call 1-800-CALL-A-BEAR. That's my motto. Call the damn bear. I don't give a shit.
Come here.
Go call the damn bear. And go kick rocks while you're at it. You can call the bear. Call him.
Nah, I'm singing this shit. Damn you.
Yep.
Mwah.
Well, some of the worst.
Here's the other video I responded to.
When y'all not listen, didn't one of y'all get killed?
Okay. Do we need to talk about how y'all go over to the Middle East to be used as toilets?
There is
We
no
need to
lie.
talk about that. Keep Passport Bro's name out your mouth. Do we need to talk about how black men are finding love overseas while black women aren't overseas?
Do we need to talk about how black men are finding love overseas? While black women are
Basically
being
being
used
used as sex toys overseas. Oh, you think we don't know? Okay. Basically, Newbie, you just need to sit down and be quiet. Yep. Oh,
dummy.
Man, just when you think AI can't go and get any crazier. I got Judge Judy coming over the bench to beat people up.
Oh God.
I got little dogs being thrown in trash cans. I got all kinds of shit here.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh. Oh.
Hey, let him sleep. Be quiet. Hey, let him sleep. Be quiet.
Yow. What?
Damn.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, buddy.
See ya.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy. Guess you met your match, huh?
Mr. Spock, you think because those ears come to a point you can disobey a
Oh,
direct order?
no,
I want that
not my
long-range
favorite
sentence we finished
sergeant.
5 minutes ago. Do you hear me? Stand up straight, lock those hands, and quit looking. Mr. Spock, you think because those ears...
You're doing it too rough.
Stop complaining. I'm the one doing all the work on this hair.
You just mad you have no edges. Bald-headed
Oh.
bitch.
Ha! Girl, have you lost your mind? Give me my wig.
You're doing it too rough.
Stop complaining. I'm the one doing all the work on this hair.
You just mad you have no edges. Bald-headed bitch. Ha!
Damn.
What I
Damn.
told you about having all these lights on?
I can have all the lights on if I want. It's in my name anyway.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh man, I was looking for a
man.
when I saw this
You
one.
bad credit having asshole.
Right.
What I told you about having all these lights on?
I can have all the lights on if I want. It's in my name anyway. You bad credit having asshole.
Damn.
What I told you?
Hey! Ow! Delta, no!
Damn. Nope. Oh, made that baby.
It's okay,
cry.
sweetheart. I've got you.
Poor
Delta,
baby.
easy. You're okay. You're safe.
How hard is it to get no pickles? I said it 3 times. 3 times.
Sir, I can have that remade for you in just a minute.
A minute? I've been standing here forever. You people can't do anything right.
Oh, dear.
Damn.
Next in line, please.
How hard is it to get no pickles? I
Ow.
said it 3 times. 3 times.
Sir, I can have that remade for you in just a minute.
A minute? I've been standing here forever. You people can't do anything right.
Ooh. I felt that, man.
I felt that clear over here. Oh no. Why are you messing with a bigger dog? In the garbage can you go.
Damn.
I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. Where is it? Where's the bathroom?
Oh no, they did not get the Ultimate Warrior.
Take his fault, finally. Yeah. Where is
Oh man, they got Jim, the Ultimate Warrior. Good Lord.
They got the Ultimate Warrior. Oh boy.
What's he doing?
Hey, hold on.
No.
my God! Oh my God, it's gone!
What's he doing?
Hey, hold on.
Who comes up with this shit, man?
Someone that has a lot of time on their hands.
Really?
You can't just park your cart wherever you want. You're blocking the whole aisle, and some of us are trying to shop like normal people.
I don't argue. Why is anyone ignoring? See that? I'm the head of the table.
Well, not the head of the
Acknowledge
table.
Excuse me, Mr. Williams. What on earth are you doing?
Just keeping the energy up, Your Honor.
Energy up? You're in my courtroom twerking like it's Saturday night at a club.
Won't happen again.
Excuse me.
I can't stand JD Man. Let's just be clear.
Oh, this is
It's
hilarious.
Never, there's nothing he could do. He could literally like
Nope.
Oh
I
my
can't
goodness.
stand JD Vance. Let's just be clear. It's never. There's nothing he could do. He could literally like.
Wow.
My sentiments exactly. Shut up.
Banging my damn gavel isn't getting through that skull, huh? You think taking Joey's PS5 was a game? You stole it.
I was.
Shut it! This is the hammer of fucking justice.
Whoa.
And it's coming down on you, sweetheart. You're going to give that console back. Banging my damn gavel.
Wow. Even Judge
You want-
Judy is safe.
Yep. You want your camera on, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, babes. Oh, my bad. What's going on, Louis?
What's up, Louis?
What's going on?
Hey, who made the potato salad?
I did.
You need your ass whooped.
Nice.
Baby. Boy.
Hey,
What's that don't say? How did the matter of babes? You need your ass.
Damn.
Yeah, not everybody can make potato salad now.
This is outrageous. I came for chicken, not a cat pretending to be staff. Are you kidding me? This cat can't even take an order right. I'm done. KFC has completely lost control. What the hell is this? I came for a Big Mac, not a damn cat running the counter.
Damn.
Fuck off with this circus. I paid for food, not a furball screaming at me. This isn't fast food. It's a what
Not
the
the
hell is
cat.
this? I came for.
Seriously? I ordered extra cheese, not extra attitude. Oh, perfect. Nothing says fine dining like being screamed at by a cat in a pizza visor.
I swear, if you hiss at me one more time, I'm calling the police. I don't care if you're a cat. I want my refund now. Are you kidding me? Did you just throw sauce at me?
You expect me to trust a paw print as a receipt signature? Don't you yell at me. I want to speak to your manager right now.
Who in the blue blazers do you think you are, huh? Standing there fat and proud? What is this, a jelly donut from the mess hall? No, you can't,
Oh
because you are a
gosh.
disgusting fat body private furball. Who in the blue...
What the fuck, Chuck?
I'm sorry, Alex, baby. I tried to keep the shutdown going. This little group fucked it up.
God damn it. The stories of people starving was working, you asshole.
No, we will find something to blame Trump. Remember, our voters are fucking stupid. They still believe us.
How the fuck are you so calm? I'm on my way to fuck you up.
Oh,
Goodbye.
What the fuck, Chuck?
I'm sorry, Alex, baby.
Wow.
You think you can lie to my face in my courtroom?
I'm just telling you what happened, Judge.
Don't you dare call me a liar. I'm done with you.
Ma'am, hey.
You want to see justice? I'll give you justice.
Whoa,
Judge, stand down.
He's lying through his teeth.
You think you can
They got Judge Judy going over the fence.
Miserable fur covered excuse for a Marine. Sit up straight. What is your major malfunction, furball? Get it off! Get it off me! Move! Watch it! Miserable fur covered excuse for a Marine. Sit up straight. What is your major malfunction, furball? Get it off! Get it off me!
Marley Emery even gets gotten by AI. Uh-oh. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Into the garbage can.
He jumped to the point. Well,
He jumped himself.
I've had it with you, you little shit.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do, old lady?
I will not be disrespected, you fucking asshole.
Bring it, Grandma.
Wow.
This is out of control.
You can't stop me.
See you later. The dog got
All
the
right,
hell out
Norma.
of the
Norma,
way.
be sure to give it a big spin.
Got it, Bob.
It's coming right at us.
you can't make this shit up. Let's go back to YouTube for a minute because I did have some stuff I wanted to play. Let's see where we're going to start with. Let's start with Tim. I'll be right back.
Oh,
All right.
for being there for us.
Before I play this clip,
let me say something real quick. When Michelle Obama starts talking about, is America ready for a black woman to be president? She's talking really about, is America ready for black women to be themselves? In America, black women's hair becomes political. Their tone becomes political, aggressive. You know how it is. So the question isn't if America's ready for a woman president. The question is America even ready for a black woman to be herself? Now listen to what Michelle says here, because I think it goes over most people's heads.
That was founded on the landmines of racism and misogyny. What the First Lady wears is one of the main ways, which you've already said, that a First Lady is talked about. It comes with so much historical expectation. How do you feel about the fact that the First Lady is an archetype for wifedom?
Oh, gosh.
Not that. Dear God, not that.
Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross. Good Lord. She'd have gone downhill, hit the wall 3 or 4 times.
Femininity.
Well, the wall hit her.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that. It's it is a completely throwback on. It's a definition that has no current status in how women actually show up in the world today.
Do you think that that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time,
Well, after this last election, I don't think she can run. Honestly. Because the way she was talking about how trying to shame men into vote for Kamala Harris, that white people are not going to forget that. I'm telling you, white people are not going to forget that in 2028. Yo.
Oi.
All right.
We got
Yes, you, babe? Okay.
a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
No, I didn't think Kamala Harris could lead the country. In fact, I'm on record. I don't think she was fit to be president. I don't think she was qualified or fit to be president.
If anything, she said it back. 40 presidents.
And then some.
What was the question?
I just said, we don't need to ask it again. You answered it. Femininity, wifedom.
Yeah. I mean, I think we still have growing to do in that regard. And, we can see how progress can be made and things can be snatched back when it comes to us owning our power as women. Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people.
Somebody got feedback.
Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim. And we run away from the water. People won't go to.
Nah, y'all can't swim because you're lazy. You don't want to wear the hairstyle where you can't swim.
The gym.
She's saying that like that's a plus.
Keep our hair straight for y'all.
Which is not.
It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act? An act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair.
What is she talking about? They have the Crown Act.
My hair, don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
You have the Crown Act. What is she talking about?
We'll double back to the other stuff. None of my business. I can't talk about it, obviously. It's not really a subject I can talk about. Not with any authority, considering. Notice I had to look at it as if you couldn't see it. The dad of 3 girls. Yeah, I can attest to the expensiveness and the time that's required for young black women or black women in general, and also a wife. I have a wife. For all those things to happen with hair. So yeah, I totally agree. But still, from a limited perspective on that. But I would like to caution any of the brothers out there, man, who might have heard this segment and heard this and wanted to form an opinion. Really, I don't want to hear about this again, folks. This is not a new issue, and it's an issue that will always be with us. And there are people that have to deal with this issue of their hair every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's insulting to black women when black men will be like dismissive of this. And best believe there's going to be some conservatives who probably made videos about this, who roasted Michelle Obama or had negative things to say.
Big Mike.
But they get up every day, and they're not, the first thing on their head is not what they're going to do, or the first thing in their minds is not what they're going to do with their hair that day. And just that you don't have that means you got room for all the other shit that you got to do. Means you just one less thing in life. You don't have to.
Somebody needs to turn the feed off. I don't know where it's coming from, but somebody needs to turn the feed off.
Hold on. Is it me? Check. Is it me?
To be worried about.
It might be you.
You hearing the echo coming from me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
I think so.
So I think it's, like I said, I think it's hella corny for you to dismiss other people's situation, man, when you don't have to deal with it. So just give them the space, give black women the space to feel the way they feel about this situation and support them in that. That's if you love them. That's if you love them. If you don't, continue to do dumb shit.
We love them, but they do dumb shit too. Nobody want to talk about that. But let's go to the no. I just wanted to play the part where she said that, America wasn't ready for a woman president. Let's go to this.
Native Land Pod is a production of iHeartRadio in partnership with Reason Choice Media. Welcome home, y'all. This is episode 105 of Native Land Pod.
Now, in this episode, they're crying about, the Democrats reopening the government and how they caved and blah, blah, blah. This is from the Boule Butthurt Snob's perspective.
Are being called.
And yes, that's Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side.
Frankly, by a lot of folks throughout this country, but there are other folks who have also been talked about as being losers. Republicans, certainly government workers, the folks who lost out their SNAP benefits, so literally losing, and then all of the folks who would be.
Because Democrats wanted to give insurance companies welfare checks. You forgot to mention that.
Covered by the Affordable Care Act. That is the whole of America also losing here. So I wanted to.
They were going to raise your premiums anyway. Stop it.
Have a conversation with my colleagues about who they think the biggest loser is of the government shutdown. So if we were doing a rapid.
The American people. And then that would be
the poor.
Either side.
Round really quick. What do y'all think? Who is the biggest loser, Andrew?
The American people.
The American people.
Bakari?
American people.
Tiff?
I'll be quick, but to put it in context of political terms of Republicans versus Democrats, I think it's so disrespectful to the actual losers, and that's the everyday people.
Oh my gosh!
She said all that to say just
the American people. Because I keep hearing a lot of people saying, like, what does this mean for the Democrats, and what does this mean for the path forward? And it's like I'm thinking about people.
Okay, is it me or is Tiffany Cross bleaching her skin? Or is it just the lighting?
I think it's the lighting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the lighting.
Okay.
Without all that cake on her face.
And you're a photographer. I'll take your word for it.
I was wondering
Thanks.
the same
People
thing.
who ain't got food to eat and who backed up on their mortgage. Like, yeah.
We were just trying to do a rapid round.
I know,
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Is
Speaking of which, have you taken a
Damn,
look
she
at
look chopped. Look at her. Look at her. She look
Hey.
chopped.
Babe, have you seen the new Affinity program?
No. I've
By
been busy with
Canva?
yard work and stuff. What's up?
By Canva.
Canva?
Yeah.
I've checked that out.
Yeah, you need to check that out. It's they're offering this program called Affinity. It's essentially Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator, one program for free.
All one shot. Yep.
Canva CapCut.
No, it's called
No.
Affinity by Canva.
All right, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. Infinity Studio. All right.
Yes. Yeah, it's essentially Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign in one program.
Have you seen what I did with one of my pages? I flipped it over.
No, I didn't see that.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Because I mean, I've been telling artists have been crying about AI. Oh, AI is destroying my business. I'm like, dude, learn the AI so therefore it can help you. Because oh my God, hold on, here, I'll post a link. It won't post. All right, you're on TikTok, right? Go to your TikTok. I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait a minute, babe. Type something in the chat.
It's in the private chat.
Well, no, type something in the normal chat.
Put in normal chat. All right, hold on. I got to go to YouTube.
Here, I got it. I accessed it from the private chat.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we'll get back to this in a minute. Let's see, where's my other? But yeah, I made this with Affinity by Canva. This slide presentation. Just put it in a PDF.
Yeah, because CapCut totally destroyed whatever the hell that they were. I don't know what they've done as far as like their photo editor. They destroyed it. They destroyed it.
Did it feel like? Did it look like they tried to change something about it, Bay?
Yeah, I can't make thumbnails like I wanted to do.
Oh, you can with this program. I guarantee it.
All right, hold on. I'm signing into it now.
But yeah, you have to. It's a free Canva account. The catch is if you want the AI, it's $15 a month.
Yeah.
But all the normal tools you do with Photoshop, like retouching, adjustment layers, and all that's free.
My biggest thing is I need to bring my photos to life because I've noticed that now that I'm bringing the photos to life, people are like swallowing the hell out of it. I mean, if you look at the photos that are getting the most play, I mean, of course, my audience is currently mainly Black, so they're eating up. Are
you dealing with raw photos, or you dealing with you dealing with
I'll take a
photos,
regular photo. Okay, let me tell you what.
Okay.
All right, let me explain it. So TikTok they now have AI where you can bring your photos to life, right?
Right.
So okay, I didn't know that.
Upload. Yeah, you can upload a photo and then bring it to life. That is, if it meets their guidelines. So, like the one photo that I have of Kristen, it's at the bottom. Like people love. Oh my God, the brothers love that photo. That I bring the photos to life. They love that photo video. That sucker got 4,500 views, and I just uploaded it 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm wondering which one is going to hit next. Let me see. Let's go to popular. So
When
the
did you
retro freak
start?
they love that one.
I know you told Bay. I know you told me this before, but if you can remind, when did you start like really concentrating on photography? What gave you the I can't think of the word, inspiration to go?
1989, the number. Actually, it was 1994.
Okay.
Because I went to school for broadcasting, and I minored in photojournalism.
Nice.
So in
Very nice.
94,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I moved down to Atlanta. I dropped out of college in 93.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Atlanta in 93. And then I started, like, whatever little skills I had, I put it to use videotaping those conscious lectures in 93.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in 94, remember, I mean, if you're old enough to remember, Yahoo was the big boy. Yahoo
Yes.
groups, Yahoo
Yes, they
chat,
were.
etc.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was in Yahoo chat in the Atlanta chat room, and I wound up running into a guy who's been my best friend since 94.
Okay.
And a photographer who was my mentor for a while. So we got together shooting in my little 2-bedroom garden apartment. And I mean, the rest is history. When I I improved on the skill, but everything is
Nice.
But the thing about it is you got to learn to turn hobbies. You know how they say, do what you love and the money will follow?
Yes.
Yeah. But you can't just sit back on your laurels. You got to step up. You have to step up. Faith, I mean, growing up in the Christian church, the number one verse / proverb that stuck with me is faith without works is dead.
He's dead.
So I just kept shooting, approaching chicks, showing them my little mini portfolio, getting business cards, just growing it myself. And I mean, if you're looking at it right now, without clicking on like one video or one photo, that's my work. That's my work.
That's why I'm changing my my broadcast template and going with lower
Bring
level
it up
and things like that.
He doesn't have a computer. Can you bring it up?
I'm talking to you.
Oh. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, by the way, final score: Georgia 35, Texas 10.
Yeah, don't get me started on college football. If somebody had told me Indiana would be ranked number 2 at this
In the
time,
nation. Yep.
At this time in the league, I would have laughed in their face.
Well, they laid the foundation last year until they ran into Ohio State, and they still wound up making the playoff.
But yeah, Louis, I started using my Affinity program to make slides for the show.
That's some good stuff, AB.
Yep.
That is some good stuff. I like those slides.
Yeah, well, I'm finally getting off of work right now.
Okay.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. Hard working mulatto here.
You're supposed to sleep at the job.
Yo, I bought a thing of romaine lettuce, 6 cucumbers,
Okay.
a pound of plum tomatoes, a sack of onions, a pound of red bell peppers, and Greek salad dressing.
Oh, what
$19. $19.
Damn.
What you gonna make?
A salad?
Is that for lunch or
tonight? I'm gonna boil some eggs, make a big salad.
Okay. Nice salad, huh? Okay. Sounds good.
How dare you?
That works.
How dare you?
What the heck? Never mind.
Yeah, you see that? I'm waiting on you, AB.
What?
I'm waiting on you.
Oh. Go back to this.
No, not that. Go back to the link that I sent you.
Oh. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me check on it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Copy that, and we're just gonna paste it here. You can always come back to those knuckleheads later. Okay, this is what you want me to show? Which one you want me to click?
Scroll down. Scroll down. All right, see that one right there to the right. Second to the right.
Right here?
Oh, bottom.
Oh, right here?
Right there. Yeah, click there. That's been
when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk.
It's like you take. Yes, yeah, exactly. Oh my.
Clap when she walk, clap when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk.
AI's a little off, but god damn.
Right. Now go back. Is it original page?
No.
I mean, you can go through all of them if you want to. I don't care.
I'm a baddie, but the baddie pretty. Bounce when she walk.
Where the video starts, those the original photo. And AI brings the photos to life. And I'm like, dude, Charles liked that one. That second one right there, that in the black. Yeah, he loved not that one, the one next to it. He loved that one.
Oh, I'll do you one better. Hold on, wait a minute. Where is it at? Let's see. Let's go down here. I made this yesterday.
Listen. If you don't like me, you can always call the bear. Call and tell him, come on, come get his meal. Come on. You can always call the bear. Call him. Wait a minute. But you can't use my phone. Warning. This content creator will not be held responsible if you get eaten alive by that bear. Also, no real bears were harmed during the production of this video.
Thou art not shit, sir.
You're gonna get accused of misogyny.
Let's what?
By the way, shout out to Louis because he told me to add at the end. You should have said no bears were harmed during the production of this video. Louis the one that gave me his inspiration for that.
I heard some woman say, it was Melissa Ford. She said, I would rather deal with a bear in the woods than a man because at least the bear won't grape you.
Okay,
so
like,
you don't know what that bear will do to you.
Okay, so she wants to get eaten alive?
Bears don't even completely kill their prey. They'll wound you. Matter of fact, you know what a bear will do? A bear will lay on top of you and bite chunks out of you.
Yep.
Slowly eat you to death.
And make sure you stay alive when you're doing it.
Yeah, because they don't really like dead meat like that. But you know.
I was playing it earlier. This ugly heifer accused me of being on child support.
No, I've been here from the beginning.
Yeah. That's ugly heifer. But anyway.
I don't want to see that ugly bitch.
No, I don't want to see the ugly bitch either. We're going back to the Three Stooges.
She was not ugly.
Huh?
She wasn't ugly.
What was she? Just facially challenged?
I'll tap that.
Oh, okay. Would you hold her hand in the mall?
Look, you can have a butt ugly face as long as you got pretty legs and nice feet.
Would you hold her
Yes, I would.
hand
Yeah, yes, I
in the
would.
mall? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Pencil skirt, high heels, boom. R.I.P. David Carroll.
You know what? To be honest,
Say just
okay,
what
okay. Look at this panel. Okay, look at this panel. So you got Tiffany Cross, ugly chopped ass, and you got Angela Rise, psychologically damaged self. Which one of these, whose hand would you hold in the mall?
Neither.
I would probably hold Angela's hand. Tiffany talked too much.
Y'all heard my answer. Neither.
I might hold Angela's hand, but Tiffany talked way too much.
The American people.
Because I keep hearing.
Have you noticed
a lot
something
of
though?
people saying,
I'm gonna
like,
say
what
this
does it mean for
right now with these four, as
Mhm.
well as Joy Reid and Roland Martin and whatnot. These are the unemployable and intellectually stupid, intellectually ignorant.
the path forward? And it's like I'm thinking
Willfully
about people who ain't got
intellectually
food to
ignorant.
eat and who backed up on their mortgage. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
We were just trying to do a rapid round.
I know,
I'm
my
just gonna be
bad.
honest with y'all. It's for social, but we'll do what we can with the clip. What I will say here too is I actually think the biggest losers here are all of the staffers who worked hard on an issue and did not get to see what a win might look like. And I think that folks deserve that. So let's get into this conversation. I know that there's a lot behind those short answers. Bakari already has his hands up because he thinks he's at school. That's what happens when you bring toddlers to your podcast platform.
Before we continue, shout out to Jules for the $15 Cash App. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit my Cash App, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show. Jules, get
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Bakari, what do you have?
No, I just watched Andrew struggle long enough to get a question out. So that was me. I'm using the tools.
I'm
I've
taking a
been
different
watching
tack. I'm going to take a different tack. Raise your hand.
So, like, I think I just have a question for you all, which is, what did Democrats do it for?
To give insurance companies subsidies. In other words, to give insurance companies welfare, taxpayer money to raise our prices anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out on this.
Go ahead.
In all honesty, I think they should stop handing out cards for SNAP. The government needs to create like a food app. And what you do is whatever credits they normally give you, let's say like they in all honesty, first off, nobody should get more than $1,000 in SNAP in food stamps. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I have 4 people in there's 3 people in this house. Doesn't matter whether they're children or adults, but $1,000 is about $500 more than what I normally spend in groceries.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 4 freezers, 2 of them being deep, filled with food. No seafood boils, no crab legs, etc. Okay, so if you give me $1,000 in SNAP, and you limit me to where on an app, the only thing I can purchase is food items. I can't run it to a stamps for cash card. Remember there was the epidemic of people stealing people's food stamps off the card.
Yep.
That's because of those machines that they had, these ATMs where you could enter your food stamp card and get money back.
Mm.
Well, it could actually be done. It could be done. And sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Explain it.
Here in Jersey, are you familiar with the WIC program?
Mm-hmm.
Well, prior to 3 years ago, they used to hand out checks, and it was for specialized items that you could get on WIC for the kid. And then they went to the card, and the whole system, they with all the retailers in the state. So they have all the UPCs of the scan bar of the authorized food items.
Okay.
So like for instance, like, you know, if on your card you supposed to get 2% milk, and they usually give 2% milk to women that's high risk pregnancy.
Right.
And if she gets whole milk, it would not go through.
Mm.
So they could do EBT that way.
They've done that.
It can be done.
Yeah, they've done that.
So if you're on EBT and you try to get Fritos or Doritos and they want to ban that shit, like, nope, can't get it.
Yeah, you
It
didn't
can
see
be
that,
done.
Lewis? You didn't see that, Lewis, with the fat black chick had the cart full of junk food and she was trying to get her stuff scanned and it wouldn't go through?
No, was this on YouTube?
It was all on social media because RFK
well,
Jr.
send that shit to
banned
me.
He banned sugary drinks and junk food off of Snap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you want us to
banned
answer? I
junk
thought
food
that
off
was
of
another.
Snap.
pro-
So my thinking is, if you make it to where it's an app where you have to purchase your food through the app and they deliver it, you can either pick it up or they deliver it.
They
That
already do
cuts
that.
out a lot of the fraud, waste, and abuse of Snap.
Man, they already do that. If you go online, if you shop at Walmart or Kroger's, they tell you what items are EPT.
Well, that's what, you know what? That's perfect. They need to stop handing out the cards. From now on, you need to use the app. And for those who don't know, that aren't technologically sound, which is ridiculous to hear in 2025, but if you're not technologically sound, then you can call in and they'll go ahead and say, hey, look, tell us what you want. They'll make the order for you. They'll run through the items for you, make the choices for you, and they deliver it within 24 hours. But as far as
if in
cards
fact
and everything,
you
they
have
need
10
to
people
kill
under
that.
the cover of dark, or 8
They need
people
to
under the
kill
cover
that.
of darkness who vote to end the shutdown, what were the last 40 days for? Like what was it about? I know what we said it's about, but what's gained? What was gained?
Yeah.
Well, I think those are two different questions.
Okay.
What was gained? Obviously, nothing from my perspective. I mean, they weren't ready for this game, and it was such a disappointment. But what it was about was healthcare, which is a really big deal. For years, for some strange reason, the GOP has had such a hard on for repealing the Affordable Care Act, the ACA, and more than 24 million people depend on this. And so we're going to see, it's not just majorities, but vast majorities who are facing their healthcare premiums going up by more than 114%. So people are going to be questioning, do I go to the grocery store? Do I go see the doctor? Republicans, control.
Shit.
I hate to say this. I want to see them actually raise it that right, because it'll cause a riot. And we might actually get some real health care.
What he just said was bullshit.
Can I say something radical?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's about a certain country in the Middle East. Okay.
Canada.
Canada. We fund Canada. And over in Canada, that small country, their healthcare is free. If we stop funding, giving all these aids, and also what like Donald Trump did with, he said he was going to do. It's a shame that if I'm on a certain medication and I'm paying, it costs $800 here, but over in the country that's over us is much cheaper, or the country that is in the southern border is cheaper than what we're paying. And they make the excuse, well, here in America, they could afford to buy it, pay for it. That's why it's more expensive. That's the excuse that they use. But, like I said before, with you plenty of times on the phone, AB, and me and Bay, we have these conversations. It's not the Republicans and it's not the Democrats' fault. It's all our faults because we constantly elect these assholes in office year after year. So we have the president and we have the Congress and Senate that we deserve.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Trump was saying that Obamacare was a scam back when he was first president, way back in 2016. And he was looking to abolish it and give us a better healthcare system. But he had so many sleeper cells in his no relation in his cabinet. I mean, you saw what happened. He was firing people left and right because they were sabotaging him. Now he's got a cabinet that he can trust. And what is he talking about doing right now before January? What is he talking about, fellas?
He's
talking about prescriptions, with the medicine.
Yeah, he's talking about lowering the cost of healthcare instead of giving the insurance companies, as you said, giving them welfare. No, we're not giving shit. We're cutting out all your benefits and whatnot, and we're going to turn the money back over to the American people. You see what he's doing with prescription drug prices. You paying $18 for a pill in Germany that here in America costs you $1,800. That's ridiculous. Either it's going to be $1,800 across the board or it's going to be $18. Take your pick. But your best bet is to go $18.
The chambers, they control the House and the upper chamber in the Senate. And so Democrats had, for the first time, some negotiating power. And so, the Kansas the KFF, they have an analysis out about the average cost of what people are going to be paying for healthcare. It can go up to more than $1,000 for some people. So imagine, for some people, this might be an inconvenience, but if you have a life-threatening illness and you're depending on this is why I think we have to draw the distinction between structural violence, institutional violence, and physical violence. And right now, all of these things are being rained down upon us by the federal government. So I don't want to dismiss the efforts of the Democrats in trying to hold the line for healthcare. Sadly, though, I think they
she talked too damn much.
And she don't know what she's talking about.
They were too eager to capitulate, and they weren't really ready for this. They could have had kids out there, like get real live people out there. Get an 8-year-old standing in front of a camera saying, Donald Trump, I don't have anything to eat because SNAP didn't come this month. Get somebody sick.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to live beyond next year to even vote in 2026 because this president, Donald Trump, is threatening to take away my health care. And I feel like they were not ready for the moment, and it is such a colossal disappointment to so many people because they ask us to fight every year. They ask us to show up and vote every year. And when it's time to show up for us, the rising majority, the base for Democrat voters, they don't do it. So I definitely understand the frustration all around. And I appreciate and understand the frustration in your question.
So
the base of the Democratic voter is people like her.
They did it for, and we can each check the box or not as to whether or not it was accomplished. One, I think they
like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show.
Needed to fight. At the point that they declared that they were going to deny the Republicans cloture, the 60 votes that they needed in the U.S. Senate, they basically laid down the gauntlet and said, we're prepared to fight. And I got to tell you, given the members of the Democratic caucus in the U.S. Senate, they range from everything from Republican light to the left of the left, liberal socialists. In the case of Bernie Sanders, who's an independent but caucuses with the Democrats. So the fact that the leader was able to hold together people who cannot stomach a shutdown. I mean, there are members of the Democratic caucus who have decried using the shutdown as a way to make a political point, and would never before been in favor of it. Who Chuck Schumer got to stick with him for 40 days. And I think the American people needed to see Democrats do something to show that they had a fight to them. And I think in the moment that happened,
Democrats have a fight to them.
You know what's funny? Did you hear what he just said, though? Hold on. Did you hear what he just said?
What
he said that the Democrats needed to continue to fight past 40 days. Meanwhile, you sat up here and talked about your little goofy light-skinned chick, sat up here and talked about some 9-year-old kid that they pumped up to say, Trump, you're starving me.
Actually, it was the Democrats that were starving you. They did the damn shutdown.
Look, Look, I've been saying this since the beginning. If you are calling yourself trying to win the midterms, no matter what political party that you are, what you need to do is you need to work with the administration. The number one thing that American people know that they need are jobs. With all of these factories that are coming in because of the tariffs, you need to get 1 or 2 or 3, as many factories as you can into your area. You need to talk to a Republican, find out who is the liaison for whatever company that's looking for some space. Already have your land surveyors ready to go. Yeah, we can put this here. We can put that there. We can put that over here. Meet with these people. Use your social media, your TikTok, your YouTube, your whatever. Use your social media to show that you're meeting with these foreign diplomats, leaders, whatever. Say, hey, look, yeah, we can put a factory here. We can put one over there. We can put one over there. Show that you're trying to feed your people instead of having
quite frankly, I
TDS.
think inspired.
How the hell do you
people who
expect
were showing
to
up
win
at
an
these
election
protests
when you're not
on
feeding
the
your
streets, who
people?
were chasing down ICE, trying to say get out of our neighborhood, so on and so forth? I think they inspired much of what the members of the U.S. Senate did. And I think they were successful in bringing a fight. Number two, I'm not sure that the elections of a week ago would have been as successful across the board for Democratic candidates as they were at every level of government, from dog catcher.
Yeah, but they were all in blue states.
What?
Right. Governor of
what is he talking about?
Of a state.
Hey, AB,
and
can you
not only
pause that
did
for a
Democrats
moment?
win in many of those places, and
go ahead.
You know, well, honestly, I hope they did hold off the lockdown even longer. Like, and this is the party that talks about people with jobs, right? What was one of the biggest issues when we had this lockdown? Who did it affect?
Military officers who weren't getting paid.
Besides that,
the poor,
air traffic controllers.
Besides that,
the poors.
The poor. All right, and how were the poor people affected?
They weren't getting the SNAP benefits.
Okay.
Or they're
Wait. I'm going somewhere. Yeah. All right. Look, the SNAP payments. Where do people go for SNAP payment when they use their SNAP card?
Usually the grocery store.
Supermarket. Yeah. Supermarkets. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, supermarkets, your schedule is done by projected sales. So, because of that, the people that's working there is getting less hours because it's not doing the business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they kept it closed even longer, what are we going into right now after Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Okay. And who benefits from the Christmas season?
All the supermarkets, all the stores.
No, retailers, regular retailers.
Retailers. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is the biggest season for supermarkets. Christmas is the biggest season for retailers. And if they don't do good on Christmas, they might not be open for the next fiscal year. And who occupies 90% of retail real estate space? Supermarkets and retailers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they went and told them, like, this would have had an adverse effect on the economy. And if they went forward with that, and if this shit went to hell in a handbasket, they would never got elected for another 100 years.
Mm.
Guaranteed, because they would have been to blame to bring down the economy.
Bumped the Republicans. I mean, rounded last.
And communism
races
wins.
that were supposed to be too close to call or down to the last minute got called an hour after the polls closed. And in the cases of the two governors, I'm sorry, the governor of New Jersey and of Virginia, they got double-digit leads on their opponents when they were not expected to. I think that the shutdown, the energy around the pushback and the fight, helped to inspire people to go to the wall and go to the mat for their elected leadership that they saw was going to the mat for them. And I think I think finally, I would say the ending of the fight was one that could have easily been anticipated by all of us. You took a caucus who is already reticent to use the shutdown as a political cudgel to move public policy. You had a caucus that did not appear fractured up until the point that they started to negotiate to open the government again. Aside from that, none of us would have been able to name one senator who was trying to open the government up against the caucus's wishes. They pretty much stuck together until after the elections when they couldn't stomach it anymore. But the reason why I say all of us could have predicted the end of this in quite the way that it ended is, one, no one has ever extracted major public policy concessions from a shutdown, not Republicans and not Democrats over our history. Two, of the two-party system, Democrats were always going to be the ones who could never stomach a president using children, using the employment of federal workers, using withholding food to.
That's exactly what you knuckleheads did, though, when you shut down the government.
Thank you.
That's exactly what you did. You can't blame that on Republicans. Republicans voted to keep the governor open 15 times, and you rejected it.
Every single
families as a weapon against their opponent. We never anticipated a president would be willing to go so far against the American people to prove his political point. But
projection 101 class.
This president was, and we know him to be almost diabolical in formation.
And see, he would have a case if it was.
He was diabolical.
He would have a case if it was the Republicans that shut down the government, but no, it was the Democrats.
They're trying to say Trump was diabolical in shutting down the government, but he didn't shut down the government.
So when you compare the two, Democrats were always going to be the ones who had a heart for people. They were always going to be the ones who buckled under the pressure to not see people suffer. And if you're at a negotiating table, you're going to choose the.
And now Boule people like you are complaining about it.
Diabolical one is the one who will be the last to fold every single time. Could we have gotten more with longer? I do think that there could have been more extracted here. But I.
Hey Louis, what's that you said? Let them do this shit till Christmas and watch what happened.
Yeah.
Always felt it would end. I don't think they began with an end in mind. I think they began with a fight in mind, and the end would reveal itself over time. And what they decided was, after we thumped folks on election day, that presented an opportunity to make this a keystone issue going into the next year's elections.
Pause.
And it was there.
You know the irony? The Democrats wanted this government to be shut down, right? And people weren't getting EBT, but it was the same fucking party 2 years ago that was giving EBT to a bunch of illegals.
Yep.
One lady said she was a cashier. She's scanning illegals' EBT card, and you know, on the bottom of the receipt, they show what your balance is.
Yeah.
She said that chick had 13K.
Yep.
13K as a balance.
But you got American families that is dependent on it, and you wanted to cut it off. Isn't that the irony?
Yes, the irony.
Was there opportunity for an out? That's my guess.
I think there are a few things. One is I'm also frustrated with what appears to be the lack of strategy around this particular fight. Andrew, I completely agree with you that we never anticipated, and
lack of strategy is an understatement. You're trying to blame the Republicans for what the Democrats actually did.
I'm saying I'm talking about the whole of the American people never anticipated having someone like this in the White House. But we knew with Project 2025.
You mean a man?
Hold on, wait a minute.
A grown-ass man?
Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe you should have thought about that before you ran an incompetent AKA who slept her way to the top to be your nominee. Maybe you should have thought about that first.
We knew with Doge, we knew with with the last shutdown from his last administration. We knew from the last administration we were dealing with. The last shutdown that was 35 days long, I believe, was over whether or not we were going to pay for a border wall. Right. So I want to be very clear about the fact that we knew who the opponent was. The Senate Democrats knew who the opponent was and still did not go to the battle with the right tools. I think the biggest issue here, to your point about what they could stomach, is you have people who are watching folks lose their SNAP benefits, who are watching folks suffer with healthcare premium, letters coming out saying that they're going to soar. They want to make sure people can survive, a serious health crisis and just, engage in practices to prevent a crisis. But the reality of it is they went and said, we're going to hold the line, but they were also errant and I think lacking in compassion when they didn't consider who was on the front line. The people on the front line were the people on the front line were the GSA workers. And I'm not talking about
this woman really thought. I'm gonna tell you what the Democrats, what their true plan was. Because Trump was negotiating all around the world, getting victory after victory after victory, 8 so far, in settling world wars and conflicts. They figured that he was caving to terrorists. So this government shutdown was pretty much them trying to hold the government hostage in order to get Trump to fund their slush funds. Because the Democratic Party is out of money. They are severely strapped for cash. What were their original demands? Do you remember?
No.
They wanted all the USAID funding restored, which of course that was not going to happen.
Yeah.
So then their secondary demands was to continue to fund the illegals, which Trump was not going to do. He does not give in to the demands of terrorists. That's one thing that they failed to understand. The situation with Hamas gave up because they weren't getting anything holding those hostages. They were getting hunted down slowly but surely. So they decided to give up and say, hey, look, if you promise us that you won't kill us, we'll give these people up. So they said, okay, do you really think that they're safe?
Nope.
Okay, so now they did the shutdown and they got absolutely nothing for it. Trump will change healthcare. I'm not even worried about that. You guys were talking about the small hats in the Middle East getting free healthcare. That's because they don't have a deficit. Once the tariffs kick in to the point by 2027, we should be in the black. By 2028, come the new president, be it Vance or Rubio, we'll be in the black. The thing about it is, if you have the money to have free healthcare, then you can do it. This, as the leading first world country, doesn't have the money to do free healthcare. That's the one thing that people aren't even looking at. We can't afford it right now.
Or above in the federal government who said we want it.
But this chick right here,
I'm talking about the folks that are members of
think that we should give illegals and everybody else free health care out of whose pocket?
AFG, right?
Who's going to pay
American
for it?
Federation of Government Employees.
Are you going to pay for it?
We want you to reopen the government because we need our paychecks. And I'm just saying, when you don't consider the front line in holding the line, you are always going to lose because who's fighting for you at that point? That is where I think the biggest failure was. And it tells us that many people, not just the folks who are in elected office, but we should expect this of our elected officials, are still not clear about what it is going to take to adequately combat the enemy. What do I mean by that? I mean, they are fighting yesteryear's fight with yesteryear's tools. That is not going to work. They are showing you that they are ready and primed and poised and conditioned even, right, to be a resistance party. They are not poised, ready, or prepared to be in opposition. An opposition party would have shut the government down or worked, to oppose the government reopening, really, with 14 votes in and counting, and said, we need to make sure that we have a SNAP mutual aid fund. We need to ensure that we have a fund for people to pull from if they're not getting their pay.
The fund would have been threatened within to begin with if you didn't shut the government down, dummy.
paychecks, for housing, for all of these other things. None of that was set up. They have campaign coffers, some of them, where they could have afforded to make donations to nonprofits to keep these people going. That was not done. It wasn't even considered based on the people I talked to. So I don't know what they would have expected, right? Like you're not going to win a long-term fight, and these people don't give a damn. You're hoping to pierce the consciences of folks who don't no longer have them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bakari, what's your thought?
No, I think that from everything that I've seen, I think that Andrew, you did hit something, and I think that the largest success was elevating the issue of healthcare to the forefront of individuals' minds again. We saw on Tuesday that the number one issue that people faced was the economy, and number two was healthcare. And it seems as if, and number three was a distant immigration. It seems as if Democrats are finally able to hone in on the message surrounding healthcare. Republicans own all those healthcare premiums rising. There's not a fix for it. Those costs are going to go up. And Democrats own the issue of affordability, because I see this White House acting a lot like the Joe Biden White House when it came to issues such as immigration and crime, where Joe Biden, and I was guilty of this as well, simply wanted, we would cite statistics when people were saying that they felt something, that they saw something. And we would be like, but the violent crime rate gone down, X, Y, Z. And people were like, nah, that's shit, I still don't feel safe. Not on my street. And so you see the Trump White House doing something similar with affordability. So Democrats are winning those two issues. The problem that Angela eloquently and passionately hit on is that when we got out of the game, this week, when we shuttered the doors, we did so without a messaging apparatus. And so now you depressed your base, which was so excited. And now
shout out to Tomo Cat for the $5 cash app. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the cash app to support the show. Hit the super chat, support the show.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Your base is like, what happened? Why? Nobody told us we were going to do this. I mean, if you go out in front of a camera or you go to a city and you're talking to people about there's too much pain in the streets, Democrats are going to be the adults in the room, and we're going to keep up this fight for healthcare, but we're going to reopen the.
You mean keep up this fight for subsidies for insurance companies?
Shit.
Yep.
Government, because this pain.
Oh, there's that soundboard. Now that's some bullshit.
Has gotten unbearable for our constituents. We're going to continue.
Let me play it again loudly.
People out here,
as one of many people who go through this.
Now that's some bullshit.
We're struggling to comprehend the reason why. I mean, I think the four of us get the reason why. We understand the intricacies. We understand the ups and downs and all arounds, and we can talk to folk, including United States senators and people like that, to tell us what is going on. But for people who are working every day, who don't have time to scroll X all day long or on Instagram all day long, they just see that the government opened and Democrats didn't say anything. And I think that is indicative of a problem we've had since Barack Obama, which is even the good things that we do, we don't know how to message them. It's what I tell Black folk all the time. If we don't tell our story, somebody else will.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
And we have to do a better job, particularly around this issue of sharing our story.
I agree with everything that you guys said, particularly Angela's point around creating an infrastructure. When we're in the fight and asking people to hold the line, like they're not, the people elected office are not the only people holding the line. The real people holding the line are going to get hurt worse and feel it the fastest, which casts a dark shadow across a lot of other people's lives, mine included, y'all's included. But
is it me, or does she look like a white woman right now? Just saying.
I'm trying to figure out what line she's talking about. What line are they supposed to be holding?
Point about the excitement around the elections that we saw.
A bullshit line. How about that?
Excitement. I think those voters showed up more as a repudiation against Trump, more than it was excitement about the Democrats fighting. I think it is comparable to how Black people have always maneuvered in this country, this misconception that so many people have about Black folks, that we're these Democratic loyalists, which is not true. the majority of the country was voting in favor of harm reduction. Because I can't really think of a united front of Democrats where I've said, like, wow, like they are great job, guys. Like they are really kicking ass. And I don't know that a lot of people looked at the shutdown that way, honestly. I mean, I respect your point, but I disagree.
No. It's all good. I think in some people's minds, it isn't the conscious. I won't say that this was consciously on the minds of people, but there are things that happen in the ethos that unconsciously motivate us one way or another. And a lot of people, everyday people, and us on this platform right here, have gone through days where we said, what is it going to take? I feel like there's no way to stop him. I feel like my head's on a swivel. If something's coming at us every single day, and what that drove a lot of people to was resignation. I'll just back up. I'm just going to take care of me, get through my day. And when you see people start to form the formations of a front line, it starts to buck us up a little bit. I think it starts to get us, our spine stiffening. We say, you know what? I'm going back out. I'm going back out. Send me in. I'm going back out. So I think part of it, there were candidates, there's the repudiation, but I don't separate the repudiation from a demonstrated effect of elected leaders going out there and saying, no, we're going to stop it all. Stop all the presses. Everything stops until we get what it is that we want. It would be crazy of us to think, and would be foolish of us to tell the American people that this campaign of the shutdown was going to result in the Republicans who have voted over 70 times to repeal Obamacare deciding, okay, this is it. People are hurting, especially the ones I don't care about. And so I'm going to change my position and now go back on my word and my vote of 70 plus times and give these folks.
Let me also say,
I don't know, Andrew. I don't know. Can I just say really quickly?
Sure.
Half of the people in the marketplace for the ACA are in Republican districts. When they
so are the people who are at the epicenter of impact from Trump's actions, right?
I agree.
Republicans.
So could it not
SNAP.
be and SNAP precisely?
Of course.
And SNAP. So their constituents are feeling the brunt of this too. Had there been better messaging, forget about partisan politics. Had there been better messaging from groups.
Okay, how do you message? I'm cutting off your SNAP benefits because I want to give insurance companies welfare. How exactly do you message that properly? I'm just saying.
The Democrats, whichever, it didn't matter if they voted for a Democrat or not, but you are sending.
By the way, they get the insurance company welfare and they raise your insurance premiums anyway. Oh yeah, that's the part they don't want to talk about. But anyway.
Don't forget that you have people that work for insurance companies that look for reasons to kick you off your health coverage if you get sick.
Yep.
Hey,
you had a hangnail in 1996 when you were 12 years old. That's a pre-existing condition.
Instead, a lot of people sat back and let them control the narrative and introduce stupid things like the Democratic shutdown. There was not enough pushback, and it was too many echo chambers regurgitating things that were not accurate, not true. And so people are just sitting around like, I don't know. I mean, the data showed, the polling showed that most people did ascribe blame to the Republicans.
Right.
But I don't think people were ready to seize on that. The
numbers also started shifting. B, I know you were jumping in here, but I just want to just one other quick point. The numbers in the polling data started shifting towards the middle. It almost felt like our country, from looking at just the numbers, were evenly split. And I got to tell you guys, I started feeling torn myself about not whose fault it was, but whether or not this was the right fight. Because of what Andrew just raised around ACA, they've always voted to repeal and replace Obamacare. They're trying to get to a point where they have Trump Care. Trump Care will be HSAs, health savings accounts, where you're not going to be able to afford chemo, or if you have any other life-threatening emergency, to cover it. Sure, it'll cover
Who
your
told her that lie?
backup, right?
No, she's lying. No,
Who told her that lie?
Medical for like if your leg falls off is not the solution. Shout out to One Medical because I also use it. But I'm just saying,
who leg falling off?
I don't know. Maybe people with diabetes.
Right, exactly.
That ain't falling off. But yes, I get your point.
Amputated, but I'm just saying.
I don't get her point. What point is she making?
The only thing I was going to say is, when you're asking people to start caring about something that they have repeatedly told you in multiple Congresses they don't care about, constituents be damned, by the way. I don't know if that was the right fight. I will also say that it was, I already said that. Go ahead, Bakari.
I think it's something a little bit more simple than that. I think Andrew hit on it. I think Tiffany was saying the same thing. And look, we haven't been able to say Democrats were winners in a very long period of time. We also haven't been able to say Democrats were fighters in a very long period of time. Not since 2020, right? That
whose fault is that?
Mantra hasn't been something. And people like, I mean, it's very simple. People like winners. People like fighters. And I think both of you all are saying the same thing in different ways. I mean, you're just saying it in the inverse way because Tiffany's right. But what happened was those Trump voters were depressed on last Tuesday. They didn't get what they were counting on. They just thought that everybody else was going to be persecuted. They just thought Trump was going to come in and shit on everybody else. They didn't realize that he put them all in the toilet together, right? And so you had, to your point, Tiffany, you had a depressed voting base on that side, and a voting base that wasn't excited because they realized that Trump looked at them the same way he looks at us. And then to Andrew's point, you had people who believed whether or not it wasn't about them. And I think you're right about this. It wasn't necessarily about the shutdown. What it was, though, was this movement of energy. And they were just happy to be a part of the fight. They were happy to be a part of energy. And they saw the other side beat down so much. I think sometimes politics is more simple than people give it credit for. The reason why Trump is very successful is because he has pulled off the greatest con in American history. Twice, but he convinced poor people that a man who shits in golden toilets is for them.
More their champion. Yeah.
He is
You mean
their
Pritzker?
champion. It's when we look back at history at that simple fact and how he was able to do that so successfully, people are going to be rich writing that book because it's so fascinating. But those same people who he convinced of that, not once, not twice, but 3 times, people forget that he had a lot come out 3 times. Those same people, they finally came to this they just resigned themselves to not even participating in the process. And I think you saw in the place you saw that more than anywhere was in Georgia. Because not only did Democrats run up the score in every single county, but you saw Republican strongholds just not even come out. That level of depression, I believe, is something that to be analyzed as well.
Can I just say on the issue?
We all like,
what I say wrong? Y'all all jumped over.
It's nothing what you said wrong, but I am always hesitant to give him so much credit in convincing, poor people that he's their champion, because he didn't do that alone. He had a lot of help.
Yeah, he did have a lot of help. People like you listen to people like you who were turned off with Trump.
One, I said last week, the Republican base, they're united in our destruction. So they don't really have to agree on a lot, except that we hate these Black and brown folks and they're stealing from us. 2, I will say this until my death. I don't give a shit if it's etched on my tombstone. The media was willing to accept his narrative. Even now, you hear the media when they were talking about his beef with Elon, and they were like, well, you've got these 2 alpha males. In what universe is he an alpha male? He is a Mitch if ever we've seen one.
He can buy and sell you, mulatto.
Like he
can buy and sell you.
Who would say this dude is an alpha
100 times over
and carry that message. They also have a habit of presenting something that is illogical, non-factual, and then taking a legitimate point and presenting these 2 things to the audience like, okay, guys, have at it. What do you think? So it wasn't that he was some genius communicator. It wasn't that he was so smart. I mean, if you just read the transcripts of some of his speech, if you just watch his debate performance, if you listen to things,
we don't need to read the transcript. We can watch the video.
He is an international embarrassment. So I don't think he.
What was she talking about?
I think what is so seductive to.
Hold on. Who was she calling an international embarrassment?
I don't know, but she need to stop talking about Joe Biden like that.
Because I mean, somebody's giving you a plane. They roll out red carpets. You got foreign dignitaries and other leaders calling you daddy. You know what I'm saying? They want to buy into the country. Who is she? Who is the international embarrassment?
She shouldn't talk about Joe Biden like that. She shouldn't talk about Anthony Blinken like that.
She shouldn't talk about herself like that.
This is why she's unemployable.
Know how we beat this, and I don't want to depress our audience and sound resigned, but what is so seductive to the American people is the power of whiteness. So Trump might
Oh
have
my God, here we go. Here's
Trumpism
the
is
race
alive
card.
and well.
Oh,
Because if you can
fuck.
be white adjacent, if you can abandon your people
Now
and get
that's
favor
some
on their side of the
bull.
divide, that will always appeal to low level, incurious people who are willing to cut their nose off to spite their face, even if it means they're going to
Don't talk about people who vote for Democrat Party like that.
hurt themselves. If it hurts us, they're okay with that.
So let me clarify my point real quick, because I do think, and I just disagree with you, Tiffany, because I do think that I think we all have this resignation that we don't like the man, like a disgust, right? For what he stands for, how he carries himself, how he treats people. But what I'm talking about is the candidate that Trump was. Now, mind you, he used racism as political currency in a fashion that we have not seen in a very long time, right? Not only is he racist, but he used racism as currency.
So it was racism to drive a dumpster truck. It was racism to put on a McDonald's apron and serve people at McDonald's. It was racism for him to go straight into the Atlanta hood and be cool with people. That was racism. Okay.
Yes.
Did y'all wonder why he won Georgia? Oops.
And what I mean by that, for people who are listening, is I recall being in the studio,
and it wasn't even close.
Studio one day when he was being interviewed by Jake Tapper, and they were asking him to disavow David Duke. It was a Sunday, and he was like, "Man, I don't even know who that is."
I remember that.
But what was happening on Tuesday was Mississippi was voting in their Republican primary, right? And so there was always this: how do we use this racism as politics? But there was also something else about Donald Trump.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, thank you. I can only stomach so much of the Confederate slave media.
Now we got to talk about. Unfortunately, we got to talk about the infamous emails with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now getting to the big kahuna, the big story of the night, and that is the Epstein email update. I am going to start out this story by telling you once again, these are the new updates. So anything that happened that was reported on Wednesday, I already.
Let's just get this out of the way. Let me just get this on record. Yes, I think Donald Trump knew about Jeffrey Epstein and what the bullshit that was going on. But here's what nobody wants to talk about. So did a whole bunch of other leaders, including your favorite Bill Clinton and Barack Obama.
Oh, you didn't see what Trump posted today?
No, what did he post today?
Hold on, I'm finna. Where's my phone? Here we go. He posted on his Truth Social. This is what he said. Since everybody wanted to make a big fucking deal about Epstein. Hold on, let me bring up my files. This is what he said. Hold on. Let me turn that down. Sorry, boss. Sorry. Because nobody's talking about this. Oh gosh, shut up. I have to turn it right now. Hold on. All right. So this is what he said. He said, now that the Democrats are using the Epstein hoax involving Democrats, not Republicans, to try and deflect from their disastrous shutdown and all of their other failures, I will be asking AG Pam Bondi, who I cannot stomach, and the Department of Justice, together with our great patriots at the FBI, to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, Reid Hoffman, J.P. Morgan Chase, and many other people and institutions to determine what was going on with them and him. This is another Russia scam with all arrows pointing to the Democrats. Records show that these men and many others spent large portions of their life with Epstein and on his island. Stay tuned. See what happens when you poke that bear?
We made a video and covered that, so you can check that out. But this is the new information that has come through as of Thursday morning. When we're looking at everything that's coming out right now about these Epstein emails, notice the process that is happening. It's a slow rollout, right? They didn't just dump everything in one day. They're doing that intentionally. And it's actually very strategic. And I think it is really important for us not to forget who came forward about Jeffrey Epstein, wrote books about Jeffrey Epstein, has written articles about Jeffrey Epstein for years. And a couple years ago, when they started to talk about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, they were smeared. They were called a conspiracy theorist. And yet today, here we are. And that person was Whitney Webb. Whitney Webb has responded about these emails. My feeling is that now it is safe. It's safe to release the info that Epstein was really a sex trafficker as a side gig and was mainly an intelligence asset of Israel and the US, a big-time financial criminal on behalf of a transnational capital. I would argue transnational organized crime disguised as transnational capital. And an arms trader, because the people he was helping have stolen so much of America's wealth and have taken control over so much of the government. That is why, even admitting the true breadth of the scandal and operation doesn't seem to move the needle. Criminals are in charge and they run both parties. They have created the infrastructure for neo-feudalism enforced by technology and are herding us into the corral. Opt out of AI, digital ID, and the surveillance state that Epstein associates built, because we still can. This message here from Whitney Webb is a very powerful one. And she has been talking about this for years. She has 2 books that she wrote called One Nation Under Blackmail, Volume 1 and Volume 2. If you haven't read them, I highly recommend that you do. It is important that we give credit where credit is due, because Whitney was talking about this when it wasn't safe to do so. Okay? Now let's fast forward. How do we get here? How do we get to the point where 218 votes to force the DOJ to release these files?
They've been trying
Let's
to
not
release
forget
the
it was a
files.
bipartisan coalition that worked together to make this happen. And that would be Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie and, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Notice how they all came together to do the right damn thing?
Is that right? Well, I think the speaker's concluded if you can't stop the parade, you might as well lead it. And so now he's saying, I want to have the vote. I do think that you could get 30, 40, 50 Republicans voting for it, because what are we talking about? We're talking about rich and powerful men who abused young girls and told people in junior high to go recruit others to be raped or abused. That's what we're talking about. And we're saying that these victims want to expose the men who did this to them. Some of these men still have buildings named after them. Some of them still have scholarships named after them. Enough. And so I think when it's actually a vote on the House floor, do you want these files released? Republicans and Democrats are going to vote yes. Is that right? Well, I think the speaker.
That's not true. Democrats have voted no.
So we need to remember how they even got to this point now with the floor vote. We need to remember that like Ro Khanna, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Thomas Massie came together to fight for the victims. And you know what's really bizarre? Like, more people should have signed on to do this. Much more people from the get-go. And it was just
too many high-profile names on that list.
It's stunning to me. Like, even some of the Democrats didn't sign on to do this. You know? So, and that's because of who Epstein really was. It wasn't just about sex trafficking. He was intelligent.
Right, because how did Epstein how did he get his money?
This is important, because when you see that now Thomas Massie is facing a challenger, Donald Trump and Miriam Adelson and the Adelson money with the peeps,
what's going on,
they are
Josie?
trying to get rid of Thomas Massie. They want him out of Congress. Donald Trump working against one of his own supporters, someone who supported him. My opponent is funded by 3 billionaires who epitomize the Epstein class. In fact, one of those billionaires is John Paul.
What's going on, dudes?
I didn't want to step over your playback, especially girl Savvy Sabs. I like her. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I do too.
Paulson.
She's pretty well balanced.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Who appears in Epstein's Black
Well, for a lefty.
book.
Yes.
It
She's
really
a
doesn't matter what
progressive
he says while he's campaigning
2020s
because they
left.
already own him. So this is important, guys. The opponent they picked out to go against Thomas Massie is funded by someone who's in Epstein's black book. And people want to sit back here and they want to tell me, oh, I don't think Trump knew anything. People want to sit back and tell me.
I already said it earlier, Jules. Yes, I think Trump knew more than he talked about, but so did everybody else.
Of course. It's just a matter of who participated.
For what?
The Epstein crap.
Right. Who participated? Trump was not a participator in the Epstein crap.
Yeah, and the victims have come out and said that.
I put it to you like this. You have a friend, right? You hear the rumors about him, but you don't see any evidence. When Epstein was talking to that underage girl at Trump's house, what happened?
Trump kicked him out. That's
what
what's
else
stated.
did he do? What else did he do?
I don't know anything. I can't think of anything
Banned him
beyond
from
that.
all of his properties, and he stopped associating with him. And he told Giselle Maxwell, you guys need to stop what you're doing. The one girl that was in the email whose name they redacted, I don't know why.
I think it's
considering
Virginia
how she
Griffin.
passed away, she was the main one that said, yeah, I'm the one who talked with Trump. Trump was nothing but nice to me. In fact, he was trying to help me get jobs. Keep in mind, she's under 14 years old. So he's trying to help her get babysitting jobs. Of course, that never materialized because they never met again. But the simple fact was that she claimed that nothing inappropriate was said or done to her with Trump. Not one of these women who were little girls at the time said that Trump did anything to them.
Yep.
It's just like, remember when they raided Diddy's house to get the Diddy tapes? Remember they did that? What were they looking for? To the point where Diddy is only doing 4 years for transporting wieners and tacos across state lines.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think the big thing is that we're at an era where we're in a hall of mirrors. So I think the Obama administration, they removed the provision that you had to tell the truth from your mainstream media sources, right? So anything that comes out, and you could see this with a number of examples from the Russiagate fiasco, right? You remember that? Like it was a dossier that was written up that was proclaimed by somebody who's like British intel. Yes. Now there's nothing that is guaranteed. People relied on it that it was written, that gave it veracity, but just because it was written does not mean it's truthful, right? So who's the independent fact checker? And you don't really have that. You don't have a verification tool at that point to say this is actually true, or that portions of this are true or untrue. And so people are being thrown everything and are taught to just accept whatever's thrown at them as the truth. So you can say one is true, one is not, but your best bet, you have to read deeper and find out, all right, what's the source for this? Has this been verified by another source? And then maybe you can arrive at close to truth. So yeah, just I would say trust nothing, verify everything.
Oh yes,
indeed.
Put the passport in the chat. Let's continue.
They don't think that this country isn't controlled. Look around. When was the last time you saw your representative in person? When we get to the updates about the emails, let's start with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving 2017 is really important because according to Donald Trump, when he was asked in 2019 about Jeffrey Epstein, he said he ended his relationship with him 15 years ago. 2019 minus 15, that would have put that at 2004. So if that is the case, why was Donald Trump enjoying Thanksgiving with Jeffrey Epstein in 2017?
Because that was his friend.
Here's the email.
That was his friend.
Bottom and work our way up because of the email chain.
Can I add one thing?
Between Faith.
All right, so I was a door guy at a pretty notable comedy club. When you're at a certain level of celebrity or notoriety, you can only hang out with certain people. And this is a comedy club in DC, right? And so I remember one time I was walking people in, escorting them around, whatever. And at the same table, it was Chris Rock, Ted Nugent, and Bruce Willis.
Get the fuck
None of
out.
none of these people had ever met each other. I think no, I think Bruce Willis and Chris Rock had met each other. But
Right.
they'd never been like I don't know their personal relationships, but like at a certain point you can only be around certain people who you're just kind of in your own bubble. So everybody else outside of that bubble is looking to get in your bubble. So like so you can only be around certain people at a certain level. So
Yeah.
that's I'm gonna just give context that like you might know this person, but you don't know everything about them. That's just in
Yeah,
general.
you're
I don't know.
talking Ted
My
Nugent?
uncle's aunts, shit. What's that?
You thought some Ted Nugent?
Well, I mean, Ted Nugent's known for liking young ladies, young
Yeah, he's also known
females.
for pants to keep. Well, let me shut up. I'll leave that alone.
Yeah. He's got his own issues, but anyways.
Faith Cates and Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff says, hope today is fun for you. Fun? When are you back in NYC? He says, all next week. Okay, Dylan will want to see you. I always want to see you. Where are you having Thanksgiving? He says, Eva. That means Glenn, check out his red hair. He says, Barry's color for holiday. She responds and said, he's such a snooze. Who else is down there? And this is when he goes on to say, David Fizzle, Hanson, Trump. She said, have fun. So again.
So what? A nothing burger? That's a nothing
Donald
burger.
Trump lied about when he supposedly ended his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Who gives a fuck?
Now, so far, I haven't seen anything in the emails
Who gives a
that say
fuck?
that Donald Trump
Who gives a fuck?
assaulted anybody or was a client. But what I have seen shows that he lied about ending his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. This is 2017.
Do you guys remember the last time you spoke to a friend you haven't talked
Let's
to in
go
years?
on. There's many more to show you.
Do you guys remember that?
Get comfortable.
Nope.
Think about it. When's the last time
Here's
you
another
talked
one.
to somebody
Jeffrey
that you used to
Epstein's
be
talking
cool with?
about how
When's the last time you
none of
talked
the
to him?
people are as bad as Trump. Let's look at this email. Again, this is also
can't even
2017.
remember it, can
This is
you?
a conversation
No.
between Jeffrey Epstein and
Yeah.
Larry Summers.
Okay.
Rich Larry Summers from Harvard. Importance is high. Let's start here.
Larry Summers was a big Republican, right? Well, actually, he does have a Republican Party, but Larry Summers is such a big Republican. Oh, right, he's a Democrat. Never mind.
Jeffrey says, you're man of the people. And this is an article that he's sharing with Larry Summers about Barack Obama. And Larry responds here. You just go up this way. It's okay. He didn't wreck the world and avoided scandal. He's talking about Obama. What does Rumler say? R.E. his attitude towards women. That's Kathy Rumler. Kathy Rumler was one of Obama's advisors who was also in these email chains with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I know. What was Obama's advisor doing talking to Jeffrey Epstein back and forth like this? Let me continue. Epstein responds, recall, I've told you, I've met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body. So yes, very dangerous. That was also 2017. Like I told you, it's bipartisan. You're going to see people in these emails that are Democrats. You're going to see people in these emails that are Republicans. Here's another one between Larry Summers, again, Harvard, and Jeffrey Epstein, where they get into the Rothschild. Interesting. So, Jeff, How plausible is idea that Trump is real cocaine user? Question mark. Goes on to say here, can someone from the development office show Rothschild around Harvard on Saturday? And then a response here from Epstein. Yes, let's briefly discuss. Can you have her write me? So this just goes to show you the group of people. Like I said, it's one big club. We are not a part of this club. So the Rothschild
This
family,
is rich people gossip in emails.
the Rothschild
That's
family
all
that wrote
this
the
is.
Balfour Doctrine,
It's rich
George
it's
people.
all
said
going back to
it's a
things.
big club,
Israel,
and
UK.
you ain't
These
in
are
it.
very rich, powerful people. Here's another one. Jeffrey Epstein, in an email to former Obama Deputy Counsel Kathy Rumler, told you she was with Obama, suggested providing girls to a list of.
And I'm glad Sabby's going over this because this that's why I'm kind of laughing at the Democrat. You're acting like your hands are clean when they're not. As you can see from
they're
this
about to
email.
get raked over the coals.
Well, let me add.
Go ahead.
So a lot of these emails, Twitter, DMs, whatever, a lot of this got exposed during the WikiLeaks
Right.
scandal, right? A lot of people made a big deal about the Pizzagate, all that BS, and maybe there's legs to that, maybe there's not. I don't know. That's not my concern. The big thing is that if you see how everyone is communicating and who they're communicating to, there were a lot of different hotspots for different parties, right? The Democrats typically communicate with people in New York, Martha's Vineyard, South Florida, like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and then the Silicon Valley area, like San Francisco, San Marino, all that. And then the Republicans typically reach out to the people in Charlotte, Dallas. I want to say there's one other place, like maybe Omaha. There's a lot of weird money all over the place, but they all do connect because you need to have the technology, but you need to have the people who build the actual infrastructure, like physical infrastructure, buildings and data centers. Like concrete has to get poured, right? And so all those people in Dallas got to pour the concrete for the people in San Marino or the subsidiaries, right? And so all those people know each other. They have different objectives, but they're fighting to get and hold power. But you have to figure out, how do you get into that network? And the Democrats sold out, the working
long time
people
ago
to get to that tech people who wanted to get in with the building people. So there's a lot of just like backdoor deals and side door deals, and it's just weird network stuff.
Side door deals, all that crap.
Yeah.
The Democrats have never been
figures.
the American
Let's
working
look at the
class
actual
friend.
document here so you can see
They've
it for
always
yourself.
been
We're not hiding this from you.
self-interest.
No,
Doesn't
they
look like
had a
you're
working class element
prioritizing
for
your
about
schedule very
40 years.
effectively. That's Kathy Rumler. Let me show you what she's responding to. This is 2014. Girls, ? Careful. I will renew an old habit. This week, Teal, Summers, Bill Burns, Gordon Brown, Jaglin, Council of Europe and Noble Chairman, Mongolia President, Hardeep Puri from India, Boris Gates, Jabor Qatar, Sultan from Dubai, Coslin from Harvard, Leon Black, Woody. You are welcome guest at any. Also, if you think there are interesting people in town, everyone here for Climate Summit, Clinton, Security Council, holy shit, I'm on blank for next 30 minutes. Kathy Rumler, who was Obama's advisor, goes on to say, doesn't look like you're prioritizing your schedule very effectively. How are you going to manage all of that? This is Unga week, so the boss will be in town too. I'll be here all week. You may get sick of me. Just sat down on the train, so can't talk freely. That was 2014, so that was during Obama's presidency.
Of course.
Why was Obama's advisor passing these emails back and forth with Jeffrey Epstein? I do want to remind everybody, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't accused just once. before he was arrested and the trial came forward and all that jazz, and he was sent to prison, he was accused before and they let him go. That was back when he was still over at Palm Beach. You see, before there was that Epstein Island, there were girls that had accused him on Palm Beach. That was years ago. And they let him go. Let's continue. Just hold on, we're moving on. This is another one. Jeffrey Epstein says that Bill Clinton never went to his island. Let's take a look at that email.
Bullshit.
This is between Jeffrey Epstein and the
Motherfucker had a villa.
You okay? These stories are complete and utter fantasy. I don't know and have never met Al Gore. Clinton was never on the island. The telephone book is not mine. It was stolen by my houseman that is currently in prison for doing so. I don't know which Duke that could be. It says the Duke, so that's probably someone who's royalty. But I want to bring something up. Let's say this is the case and Clinton was never on the island. That still doesn't mean Clinton didn't do anything wrong. As I told you, there were the girls from Palm Beach. He was assaulting women in Palm Beach. There was a young woman who was assaulted, said she was assaulted by him at a party in Ohio. So this is something I think that sometimes people don't really understand. All of the activity didn't necessarily happen on that island. There were people that had accused Jeffrey Epstein, and some of them from the modeling industry, before the people came forward from the island. Nobody stopped them. Nobody stepped in. Here's another one. Well, this is a good point. Spencer said, why was Epstein emailing all of these people instead of texting them? Is this just boomerism? Paper trail.
It was 2016.
Boomerism at all. I think that
was
his
before
way of
what?
paper
Hold
trail.
on. Wait, stop.
Especially as you go through these.
Those of us who are over the age of 40, were we all texting and interneting before 2016 the way we are today?
Yeah. Just a lot more difficult.
We wasn't doing that. We were still using fax machines.
fax machines,
and blowing the fax machine and blowing the fax machines out. I mean, hell, this will make AB happy. A lot of us 40 and over, as Bay said, we were using fucking dot matrix printers to print stuff.
Yeah,
Look, I say
maybe you guys weren't using fax machines, but we were running a business in the 90s, so we used fax machines. Even at the hotel I worked with, we were
I think
using fax machines.
the big switch
In the
I think the big switch started with the iPhone 3 or 4. I can't remember which one it was. The one with the glass front and back. I remember that one. A lot of people started moving towards mobile only. And that was when I started seeing a lot more people getting mobile, and then a lot more web applications becoming, mobile applications. But look, I wasn't in that sphere in like the technical background, but I remember a lot more people make that migration. The Kick and all the Samsung stuff was kind of there, but in legacy tech, obviously, fax machines are not going away. Maybe in like 10 years they might, but that mobile first, that's when I thought it was like 2008 to 10. So that's that window.
Yeah, 2008 to 10, more like 2007 to 8, because when the iPhone came out, that totally changed the game.
Yeah,
for web developers.
Oh Lord,
because that's when Apple came out with HTML, was pushing HTML5.
I remember
that's
that.
when the HTML5 standard became the main standard. And boy, was that an improvement over XHTML.
Where's Sabby's face at? I want to see them bangs. I like a black woman with bangs.
Like them bangs, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I could hear liberal stuff all the time. Like she's center, left. Just like that. She's a disaffected Bernie bro.
Yep,
that's what I say. You know what I mean? Like she was like, "What? They kicked him out?" Because I know what it was like. You thought everything was going to move in that direction, and
it just swept away the legs out from under him. Yep.
In
there.
I was at some of those state level caucuses. I
What
saw
was,
that shit happen. It sucked the wind out of the air.
Yeah, not just her, Brianna Joy Gray too.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, that's my girl.
Yeah, she's cute. She's too much of. I wouldn't want to be with her. She's too much of a feminist and a lawyer. But would I smash? Yes.
Oh, that's my. Do you remember? You remember Living Single when Kyle and Maxine?
Oh yeah.
She's my Maxine. That's.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You like that chocolate, huh?
I like. She's a good looking woman.
I know she light skinned, but Maxine, she pure chocolate.
Oh, I mean, I like a very intelligent, fit looking woman.
Mm-hmm. Mine was, believe it or not, Sinclair. I know she was kind of.
I like her too. She was kind of. I like her.
I know she was silly and dainty, but there was just something about her. I was like, I would hit that.
She's goofy, charming. Yeah, I like that too. Like, look, I like women. Yeah. I like men.
Don't get me wrong,
like
Max held her own, but Now the other two, I didn't really look at like that. Queen Latifah and Kim Fields, didn't really look at them like that. But anyway.
What, Tootie? You're not a Tootie fan.
It's funny they had her on roller skates because she was too short for the road for more height.
Yeah, I know. She looked like she might be 5 feet tall. That'd be my guess.
Emails, and you start to see there's a lot of conversation back and forth between him and author Michael Wolff. And Michael Wolff, according to those emails, knew exactly what was going on. So I felt like this was a way for him to blackmail those people. Let's keep the show moving on. Here's the Hillary Clinton part. Shout out to James Lee. He always has the best hits on X. James Lee said Vince Foster did not kill himself. Why am I showing you this picture? The woman on the left is Hillary Clinton. The gentleman on the right is Vince Foster. Why is Vince Foster important? Let's take a look, shall we? Jeffrey Epstein claimed that Hillary Clinton had a sexual relationship with former attorney and White House counsel Vince Foster. Vince Foster unalived himself in 1993. We'll get to that story in just a second. But here we go here. Open this for you guys so you can see it. This is Michael Wolff coming back up again in the emails. Author Michael Wolff. He says, what's the thumbnail on Nussbaum/Foster? Epstein replies, Nussbaum White House counsel. Hillary doing naughties with Vince. That's more blackmail. It makes you.
So I guess she didn't have sexual relations with that man.
Here's the thing that they never like the one thing they never talk about, that if you're in the South, from the South, like if you ever heard of the Dixie Mafia, it's the unspoken, that's the unseen hand, where if you know the right people, they'll start talking about like, oh yeah, these guys, they're from wherever, Western Appalachia, in Tennessee or something like that, or like deep Southeast Indiana or some shit like that. And they had me smuggle X, Y, or Z. And it's when you find out, like you start picking apart things in your mind and start putting things together, you realize that like a lot of these people are like a sheriff's deputy's son, or like the uncle used to be a sheriff. It's like the unseen hand is a lot of these white folks who have institutional power will do some stuff like this and get stuff like the governor of Arkansas is having some problems with his wife who killed his delete his wife's lover, right? Like very small things like that will just disappear. Boom, boom, boom. Just pop those balloons. And then it doesn't get talked about because it's not like it's not in the media like the Italian mafia, even though that's been long gone since the RICO acts in like the 70s and stuff like that. So there's a disconnect where all this stuff just happens because of the Clintons or whatever. But there's a network that allowed them to get as far as they were.
I didn't know all the crazy stuff that was going on with Nancy Reagan. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Some of the crazy stuff I heard about her, how dudes were coming in and out of the White House, mess with her aunt. Oh, let me shut up. Now that's too much. I'll let Judge Joe Brown tell that story. He's more qualified to tell that story anyway.
It's just one
Wonder
thing.
if Jeffrey Epstein knew that Hillary Clinton was sleeping with Vince. This guy had dirt on a lot. I'm imagining this guy had dirt on a lot of people. He had a lot of dirt on people. So, as you'll see here, let me tell you what happened to Mr. Vince. Let me make this bigger.
To be fair to Hillary Clinton, if you look back in the 70s, she was not a bad looking woman.
Nah, she was like that 70s curvy. What do you say? Like Marilyn Monroe, they called her overweight. It's just like she's just a woman, right? You know, but she had good curves for like a white woman in 1977, 78, something like that.
But that was not a bad woman back in the day. So
I will say this though, I've known people who've worked for her, and they say like she's
good.
She's a good boss. No, she's a good boss. But whenever they tell her she has to work on her personality, she's like, "Look, I know I'm not likable. I'm not going to change."
Oh, well, at least she's up front.
Yeah, she knows she's like, I am who I am. So I give her respect about that.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that somebody's up front.
My parents were the one that told me about this guy. Vince Foster unalived himself July 30th, 1993. In the spring and early summer of that year, Travelgate erupted. It was one of the series of problems and scandals Foster was confronting, not only for his role as deputy White House counsel, but, as in the case of Whitewater, in his role as personal lawyer for the Clintons. It all took a toll on Foster, and his wife and friends sensed his gathering despair. So Vince Foster comes from the White House, the Whitewater scandal. But he was also working at the White House as deputy counsel at that point in time. He was supposed to be the personal lawyer for the Clintons. And according to Jeffrey Epstein's email, he was sleeping with Hillary Clinton. And that would explain some things. That would explain why she didn't appear to be as angry about the whole Monica Lewinsky thing. Hell, that wasn't the first time Bill Clinton had cheated on that woman. Bill was known for getting around before they got married. Before they got married, she knew how he was. And it always made me think that like maybe that was more of a marriage of convenience or like a business relationship.
Of course.
Because she knew that he was going to go places and she knew that she wanted to go places. So she was going to use him as her stepping ladder so that she can get to where she wanted to get, which was to be president of the United States. It makes you wonder. Here's another one. Let's bring this forward here.
You don't
Everyone
wonder if you're already in the know.
in these latest Epstein releases, Trump, Obama, Clinton, Bannon, New York Times journalist Michael Wolff, Larry Summers, the list goes on and on. This isn't about children kidnapped. It's about people trading political favors and hooking up with whomever, all centered around Epstein. Let's go. Something I want to show you here with one of these. This is between Thomas Landon and Jeffrey Epstein. Got another call from Connolly. He is digging around again, not clear if it's another book or expanded paperback version, was asking me all sorts of questions and why you hired Ken Starr. I told him I had no idea. I think he is doing some Trump-related digging too. Anyway, for what it's worth. Let's go to the next one here. Also, Michael Wolff and Jeffrey Epstein. I think you should let him hang himself. This is Michael Wolff talking about Donald Trump. So it says down here, I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in scrum afterwards. Epstein said, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? So here we go. Epstein talking about crafting an answer for Donald Trump. You see how people with money and power, how they do these things? So it's just the world's a, God damn it. Shakespeare was right. The world is a stage.
Yeah, pretty
it's a
much.
Damn stage. Goes on to say here, I think you should just let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of a political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. This one is kind of weird. This is between Kathy Rumler, again, Obama's advisor, and Jeffrey Epstein. At the very bottom here, Jeffrey Epstein says to her, you need to talk to boss. You need to talk to boss. So I assume he's referring to Obama because that would have been her boss at that point in time. So you have Jeffrey Epstein, rich guy, Mossad agent, telling the president's advisor they need to talk to the president. Let's go on a little bit more here. Kathy said, agreed, but I need to be prepared to say yes before I talk to him. He said, understood. It comes down to a high risk reward, low risk reward, professional, emotional, and financial. She said, most girls do not have to worry about this crap. And that's when he went into the whole girls, careful, I will renew an old habit. And he mentioned all those people. So again, where the hell is Kathy Rumler? That's my question. Where's Kathy Rumler? And why isn't she was a part of the Obama administration and she was doing these things? Let's go to the next part, Corey. I told you guys to get comfortable because we got some things to finagle. It's a lot of information and I want to give it to you in pieces. So, all right, now let's bring in the billionaire sultan. Here's another one. Jeffrey Epstein received an email from Emirati billionaire sultan Ahmed bin Salayem in 2011. Subject, smart shoes. Ahmed advises Epstein he can assist with providing shoes with GPS integration to track kids and clients. Epstein responds with thanks, great idea. Ahmed is the CEO of the logistical giant DP World, which has ties to the Emirati military industrial complex. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just about trafficking. This is a global damn ass network. You know what I'm saying? And here's that email here. It is very small. The writing's very tiny, so you guys can't see it. But I just wanted to show it to you so you can see that it does exist. Thanks, great idea. I really like your friend. And again, the subject matter here, GPS, GTX, smart shoe. So it's very tiny. That's why I'm not reading it to you guys. We'll continue on here. Ghislaine Maxwell threatened Virginia Giuffre if she testified or cooperated. Here's another thing that's been revealed. In 2007, Miss Maxwell called, who was living outside of Sydney. Miss Maxwell told that Mr. Epstein was being investigated and that if she refused to cooperate, she'd be taken care of. Told Miss Maxwell that she wouldn't speak to anyone, but she declined compensation. A few days later, Mr. Epstein and his lawyer called to hear directly from her that she would.
Boy, this is some juicy shit. But anyway,
wouldn't be speaking to anyone. So that was a threat.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show.
And this is the person that Donald Trump considers pardoning. She threatened Virginia Giuffre, and then Virginia wound up dead. Because Virginia came forward anyway, and she wound up dead. So just put the pieces together here, folks. I want you to hear a little bit here of what Drop Site News had to say that they discovered as well a little bit. Listen to this about the intelligence side.
You reveal that this senior Israeli intelligence officer lives in one of Epstein's apartments, had close personal ties to former CIA director Leon Panetta. Can you talk about what specific intelligence gathering operations you believe that Corin was conducting from Epstein's apartment? And also, the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, which has been documented over and over again.
So a lot of the information we have now coming out about these intelligence ties do come from private correspondence between Barak and Epstein, which were leaked by hackers some years ago and posted online, but have never really been analyzed in great detail, but shed profound light on Epstein's ties, not just to Barak, but officials all over the world and foreign governments in Africa and Central Asia and Europe and Russia, whom he was helping connect Barak with. Interestingly, Barak was relying on Epstein's support rather than vice versa, despite the fact that Barak was a very powerful figure in the Israeli security establishment. And so these emails, in addition to House disclosures, which also pointed the same information, showed that this intelligence agent, who was a longtime military intelligence agent in Israel, who was Barak's chief aide for many years, lived at Epstein's house for significant stretches of time, weeks at a time, between this period of 2013 2015. He was staying in Epstein's house. We don't know specifically from the communications what they may have been working on, what his role may have been there, the reason he was staying at his house. Barak would also stay at his house sometimes to hold meetings and to do business in New York. That was facilitated by that. But we do see that they were corresponding. And at one point, Epstein does transfer money to Corin. And there is always communication between Barak and Corin in the inbox, which we believe is coded communication, perhaps referring to dead drops of information or something else in New York City that they're engaged in. It's hard to tell because part of the reason that this correspondence is interesting is that we knew from these Snowden disclosures many years ago that Barak and Corin were being surveilled by the NSA in New York around this time, or in the United States around this time. So whatever they were doing with Epstein or in his house, in New York, amongst each other, with money, with sharing information or data or packages or something else, it was taking place in this period. And again, the interesting thing is that even if one would not look at the emails and keep those separate, this information is in the House disclosures. In Jeffrey Epstein's calendars, it's mentioned the Corin's coming and going from his home and the day of his departure, that he was staying, how long he was staying for. So this is stuff that the media could be covering, the broader media could be covering. It's just escaped attention for reasons which, one can speculate or was hard to say exactly. But, we're going to continue drilling down this, not shying away from the political implications of his activities, Epstein's activities, and the ties he had with powerful figures like Barak and intelligence agents like Corin.
And Barak, again, remember, was the one that Virginia Giuffre said in her book that was just recently published that he was he sexually assaulted her, but he was the most brutal towards her. And that she told Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine that she did not want to meet with him ever again. And the response that they gave her is, oh, well, sometimes it's just going to be like that. She said in her book that she was very much fearful of him. The guy was the freaking prime minister of Israel. This is where we're at now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go on. There's more. We got more to show you. So get comfortable. Don't forget as well. Now this is coming forward again. We remind you guys this a couple of years ago. Melinda Gates did sit down and she had an interview.
Yes, enough of that. If you look, hold on, wait a minute. Let me go on in. If y'all want to look at the rest of that, you can on your own time. How's the class going, Jules? Jules, you there? Oh, you must be doing something. Let's see. Let's go to TikTok for a little bit.
How fast do these fatalities kill you, Holiday Edition? Boom! Dead as soon as he smashes you on that table. Holy shit!
Gonna ask and the children. So how do you feel about your song "Eating" and its effect that's going on with kids on TikTok and everybody?
I'm very happy about it because one thing about it, I'm a real bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even consider Silky Hana, Glorilla, and Sexy Red. I don't even consider their music female rap music. Let's call it by its proper name. It's called hoe music. It's hoe music. Plain and simple.
And like I said in my song, eating ass, we be
Eating niggas' ass.
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel about it?
I don't eat ass.
What do you do?
I don't eat ass.
Are you married?
No.
And that's why. All right, my girl. You be black.
She just made that shit up. But anyway.
Gonna ask and the children.
Oh, buddy, you okay?
Damn. Oh, boy. Anything else you gentlemen want to talk about? You there, babe? Guess everybody's doing something else. Well, I'm getting a little tired, fellas, so I'm going to end the stream right now. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.